Greetings, everybody. All right, the experience point dive. So I'm taking a look at third edition, and this is where we start seeing challenge rating used, and it's used to help determine the experience points that somebody can get. So, like in the previous editions, it talks about experience points awards and, awarding people for overcoming, things, doing things, kind of in that beginning paragraph stuff. And then we get into the actual crunch, along with some don't evers. So let's look. Characters who died before an encounter took place or did not participate for some other reason earn nothing, even if they are raised or healed later on. So they want you to make sure that people who earn the rewards are getting the rewards, Okay, to determine experience point award for a counter, follow these steps. Determine each character's level. Don't forget to account for ECL. See monsters as races on page 172 if any of the characters are of a powerful race. So there must be an adjustment. For each monster defeated, determine that single monster's challenge rating. Use table 2-6, experience point award, single monster, to cross-reference one character's level with the challenge rating for each defeated monster to find the base experience point award. Okay, this is sounding just a wee bit more complicated. Divide the base experience point award by the number of characters in the party. This is the amount of XP that one character receives for helping to defeat that monster. Add up all the experience point awards for all the monsters characters help defeat. Repeat the process for each character. Do not award XP for creatures that enemies summon or otherwise add to their forces with magic powers. I think that's an important little tip. An enemy's ability to summon or add these creatures is part of the enemy's CR, and basically it's already factored in. All right. Give some examples. Monsters below CR1. Some monsters are fractions of the challenge rating. For instance, a single orc is not a good challenge for even a first level party, although 2 might be. You could think of an orc as approximately 1/2 CR for these cases. Calculate XP for the creature where CR1, then divide the result by 2. Excuse me. Challenge rating for NPCs. An NPC with a PC class has a challenge rating equal to the PC's level. Less than 8th level sorcerer is an 8th level encounter. Okay. So we get into all of that. So what we want to know, though, is can we still give... and then we have all the CR1, CR2, and it has a little chart based on the character's level, if they're first or third, what they get, what they don't get. So yes, you need to see the charts. This is chart heavy. Let's see. Challenge ratings for traps. Oh, they assign challenge ratings to chaps, which can be XP, modifying XP awards for encounter levels. So we got that, like PCs flying over on primitive hang gliders and dropping large rocks. It's not the same encounter as one with orcs that just charge in with spears. So there's some adjustments here, and we've got a lot of and they're using a lot of abbreviations in this edition. This must be when we started to get even more abbreviation heavy. Like we needed that. Okay. All right. So you got to adjust the XP award and the EL depending on the great circumstances. I'm going to have to maybe do a very more assuming ad hoc experience points. Okay. Going to have to do a deep read on this one, I think. Because this is definitely a version of the game I have not played. Just looking at it. This is not a Dungeon Master's Guide I've seen before. So I am, yeah, a little out of my depth on three people out there are probably going, it's awesome. Yeah, of course it is. You love it. Variant freeform, story awards. So we got that going on still. CR for non-combat encounter. So it looks like they tried to apply challenge ratings to everything. Mission goals. No challenge ratings are involved here. The XP award is entirely up to you. Okay, so now we get into some more just award. Okay, role-playing awards. All right. Talk about faster and slower, so adjusting your experience awards, how to do that. Story awards, standard awards, not seeing treasure yet. Experience penalties. Oh, guys, I mentioned that like you could get penalized. There's a way for that. Death and experience points. Treasure and other rewards. Unless you're making up an adventure as you go, you assign treasure as you make up encounters. The rules for treasure and other rewards appear in Chapter 3. All right. And I don't see anything about awarding for treasure. Behind the curtain. Okay, so maybe that's when it got dropped. Because remember, what started this was not so much what are all the minute rules, but now, we'll probably have to look at 3 deeper. So this is like the intro to 3. But when did that split happen? Now 2E, we said we've discovered it was optional. 3, there's nothing about giving out experience points for treasure that I can see in here. I see how to adjust it by 10%, 20%, doing all kinds of other things, but not that. So I would guess that 3.5 would continue not awarding for treasure. So that will be the next video. Maybe I can look for it right now. Let's see. Might have enough time because this is on a timer. No, we're not going to have enough time. So I should look at 3.5. I definitely can look in 4 because I actually have the physical book for 4 and 5. And see what it says. Though I only have one of the Dungeon Master guides for 4. I understand there's 2 people who play 4E. So I may have to acquire the second one. I don't know. So, yeah, I encourage people to, if you have played more than one edition, or you have access to other editions of a game that you're playing, I encourage you to go back and look at the older editions. And if you're playing an older edition, but somebody gave you the new stuff, look at the new stuff. Seriously. I mean, I get it. Game mechanics change, all that kind of stuff. But sometimes there's some really good ideas or some clarification that can help you in the version you're playing. But I think we may have found where the drop happens. I'll have to double check, but so stay tuned for more on 3 and 3.5 and 4 and 5 as we look for where did the treasure experience points go. I think we know, but we'll double check all the others. All right. Have a great day. Glad you're enjoying this little excursion into the weeds. Bye.